how close to capacity are you for like efficiency out of this place at this point? How much more can it yield?
I think it can yield maybe like a third more than it is, but it's pretty much there. I think it's pretty much at a reasonable capacity. When you start getting to those last bits, it gets almost greedy. Like you're trying to take and take and take even more out of a small space. So it's not just about what we're growing here, it's about creating this like urban farming movement. But to help engender that through the education, being a place where we can try experiments and try to be really serious about growing food, you know, to whatever extent it can within a small space like this, but then using that as a stepping stone to be helping the community.
Can we go pick beets?
What are you gonna do?
Pick beets and carrots.
Yes, here, let's go over there, we'll talk about that. My grandpa and grandma were teachers, my aunts were teachers, my cousins are teachers.
How do you know it's a carrot?
It has these leaves on it.
Okay.
It's like
Some of it,
out.
yeah, you can see it sticking out a little bit. The leaves should be really large. And sometimes you can just give a tiny little test pull and you can feel if it has a lot of resistance, then that probably means it's a big carrot. And if you're patient like that, if you spend a little bit of extra time when you're choosing them, then that'll make sure that you get really good ones.
Yes.
Here, let's go slow. I know it's very exciting. We're gonna find a good one for you, don't worry. Oh, that's a good one. That's a great size. Yeah, there you go. Wow. All right, I think that might be all the carrots for today. There'll just be a few more next week.
You did a great job, Macmo. Wow, that's a serious one. Want to try a bite of this community garden grown carrot? Yep, I just washed it.
I would never have done this.
Have done what? Eaten a raw carrot? Yeah, but try it. It's just grown right there in our community garden. It's so cool. You ready? Getting ready to spit it out? Give me that thing. All right, let me try it. Mmm.
I hate carrots.
You hate carrots? Okay. I mean, fair enough. If you hate carrots, you hate carrots.
Carrots make your eyesight better?
Yeah, I do. That
My
actually.
eyesight doesn't feel any bit better.
Well, it might take a little time.
Weeks time?
Maybe a lifetime.
So what's the point of eating carrots if it takes a lifetime? And when you said you love good vision, but that's not important.
Weirdo.
This is called rhubarb. It's called a rhizome, which means it has a root system that's perennial. It grows for more than 1 year. And the root stays alive all winter, and then these fresh stalks come up in the springtime, and they get really large. You cut off the leaves because the leaves are not edible, and you cook the stalk. Sometimes you'll hear about strawberry rhubarb pie. It makes a really nice pie because it's very sour. It's tart like a green apple. Tastes almost exactly like a super sour green apple. And sometimes you can use it with savory dishes to kind of brighten them up. I've made an onion sauce with it before. It's delicious. And this is a bed of potatoes. Irish potatoes, these ones.
So what is all is in here? We got potatoes,
Potatoes,
daikons.
daikons. I had some peas. A lot of the different life cycles of plants are dependent on the time of year, how many hours of sunlight there are, and the temperatures. Most of it, the early thing was the daikon radishes, because I threw that seed in there in the fall. And some of them came up in the spring, and I harvested those, and some of them came a little late, and because it got warm, instead of making a radish, they just went to seed. It was a little bit too late in the season for them to produce a good root, so the plant focused on making seed for the next year. So radishes make a big root that you eat, but they actually reproduce from seeds. These are radishes that have gone to seed. It means that they sent up a flower and produced seed pods. So these guys are a little bit early, but the other ones that are there I'll let dry, and then I can collect these seeds and plant them next year. So the same plant that you might plant in February won't necessarily grow the same if you plant it in, you know, late April or May.
Perfect design.
Perfect design.
That's cool. All right, so what is happening now?
We're planting some giant sunflowers. These hopefully will get about 10 feet tall. So you want to take this, you see this, and just loosen up their roots. So rather than growing in a circle, they're going to grow down. Yes, perfect, just like that. Yep, that works too, yeah. So now we're going to make a hole, and you want the hole to be deeper than the actual root ball. So it's nice and loose down below it. And then cover it up and press it real firm. Does anyone want any lettuce? This is a little bit of romaine. It started to, we call this bolting, is when it sends out a central stalk. It's trying to make a flower. So at this stage, you really want to pick it because the leaves, the outer leaves start to get hard and a little bit bitter, but it's still really good at this stage. It's just a little bit elongated. I mean, these will get bigger, but like, I think we had one that was about that big last week, but eventually they're going to get picked, and they're going to, you know, you pick these, it'll grow more. So come over here and we're going to pull some
Potatoes!
What? That's a rolling pulley. You won't hurt you.
Can I pull up this one?
One second. Why don't you all help me pull up this one? Cool. Look at that.
They're like
And there is
actual real.
nothing like a fresh full potato. All right, who would like some potatoes?
Can I get two of them?
Oh, excellent.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy.
Thanks.
So, what you want to do, it's still good.